good morning class. Today we're going to learn about a different type of graph. Remember I told you that the 6 weeks we were going to learn about 3 different graphs. Does anybody remember what they were? We learned one last week. A picture graph. Very good, Allie. What about the other 2? Does anybody remember? Has bars and lines. A bar graph, good. And a line graph, very good. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about a bar graph. A bar graph is a graph drawn using rectangular bars to show how large each value is. So, is this a rectangle? No. Is this a rectangle? No. Is this a rectangle? Yes. So we're going to be using these kind of bars in our bar graph. Okay? So when we have a graph, what are things that have to be on our graph? Remember we talked about last week making the big L? Good. Very good. We have to have an x-axis right here. And we have to have a y-axis. Very good. So, a bar graph, we use bars to show data. So if I say, down here we're going to say favorite food. So down here we're going to use corn, pizza, hamburger. And if we say 3 people like corn, 3 people's favorite food is corn, so that's halfway between 2 and 4. So 3 people like corn, 4 people like pizza, and 2 people like hamburgers. We are going to use bars like this to show that 3 people like corn. For pizza, we said 5 people. So we're going to show that 5 people like pizza. And for hamburgers, we said 3 people. Some bar graphs label the numbers on the top. So here we would say 3. Pizza we would say 5. And hamburgers we would say 2. Okay? So this is how we make our bar graph. We can remember a bar graph because we know it uses rectangular bars right here, see? Rectangular bars. These are our rectangles, and these long rectangles we call bars in a bar graph. So, let's look at a few different graphs. Remember, we're going to identify the different types of graphs. So, if I have this graph, tell me what I'm missing. I didn't label my X and Y. Very good. And down here they have to be labeled. Good. So if this was a sport, we put volleyball, basketball, softball. And we would say sports. And here we would say number of students like sports. And then we can label a number above each of these. So there's a lot of different parts to the graph that we have to remember. What about this graph? Is this a bar graph? No, why not? What kind of graph is this? Picture. And it is a picture graph because we use what? Different types of pictures. Very good. Okay, so for our group activity today, we are going to make our own class bar graph. And we're going to do that by taking a student poll. So over here, we're going to have our student poll. Or we can call it our class poll because it's an entire class. So we have our class poll. We're going to do favorite colors. So we are going to have blue, pink, and orange. Now everybody's going to get a turn and we're going to go around the classroom and you're going to tell me what your favorite color is. Now, this is not our bar graph. We are just collecting our data here to make a bar graph. So whenever you tell me your favorite color, I'm going to put check marks in the boxes. So we have, how many people's favorite color is blue? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to put 6 check marks. How many people's favorite color is pink? 10. Wow, I think pink's got blue beat. And how many people's favorite color is orange? 2. Okay. So now we're going to take this data right here. We have 6 people that like blue, 10 people that like pink, and 2 people that like orange. And we're going to make our own class bar graph. So over here, what do we do first? Somebody tell me. We make our big L. Good job. So we have our big L. Now what? Label my X and Y. Good. What goes down here? What can we put? Okay, we can put blue, pink, and orange. So we'll put blue, pink, and orange. And what are these? What would we label our x-axis? Are these types of students? No, they're the favorite colors. Okay, and what would we put on our y-axis? Does anybody know? Jake, what would you put on your y-axis? The students' names? Okay, if we put, remember, we're taking our data from here. Do we have any names here? Remember I told you that the check marks are going to represent each student. So I don't have everybody's names. Now if I wrote everybody's names here, then I could do that. But remember, good. Okay, so what would we put? Number of students. Very good. We have to put number of students because that's all we know. We are going to make our graph count by 2s. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Okay, so now we have to put our data here. Are we finished with this graph? What else does our graph need? A title. Very good. What can our title be? Our class favorite colors. Good. Okay, so now we have to take this data and put it here. So how many blues do I have? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 blues. So I'm going to draw my bar all the way up to 6, all the way over, and make our bar graph for blue. What about pink? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm going to draw my line up all the way to 10 and over and color it up. And how many orange? 2. So I'm going to draw my line up to 2 and over. Why would we put numbers on the top of these bars? Right, so that people would know. Because sometimes our lines can be a little off and confusing. So we're going to put 6 there. We're going to put 10 above the pink. And we're going to put 2 above the orange. Very good, guys. Okay, so do we have any questions here? So do our graphs match? We have 6 blue here, 6 blue here, 10 pink here, 10 pink here, 2 orange and 2 orange. We have our title, we have our X and Y axis, we have a number of students, and then the favorite colors of the students. Okay, so now I want you to all get out a piece of notebook paper, and I have a few questions for you. I'm going to leave this on the board. You're going to answer questions about the bar graph. And whenever you get done, you're going to turn your note paper in and we're going to review them together. So our first question is, what color is the class favorite? What color is the class favorite? What color is the least favorite? How many students total? And how many more pink than orange? What color is in the middle? Whenever you get done with that, turn it in and we're going to review it. Okay, our first question was, what color is the class favorite? So which bar is the highest? Pink. So we know that pink is our class favorite. Number 2, what color is the least favorite? Which bar is the smallest? Orange. Number 3, how many students total? How can we get the total number of students? Good, we add the bars up because remember here, it tells us that this is number of students. This is why we label our X and Y axis. So we can do 10 plus 6 plus 2. What is that? 18. How many more pink than orange? So I have pink. How many more pink do I have than orange? So we're even right here. We both have 2. So how can we figure this out? By subtracting, good. So 10 minus 2 is 8. What color is in the middle of the highest and lowest? So pink is my highest, orange is my lowest. What comes in the middle? 6. Very good. Blue, sorry, excuse me. Blue comes in the middle. So, pink is the most, then blue, and then orange. We have 8 more pinks than oranges. What about if I actually have any more pink than blue? We could do 10 minus 6 and figure that out. So that would be 4. All right. So, remember, what is a bar graph? A graph drawn using rectangular bars. All right. I'm gonna quiz you now. Okay, so now that we have learned all about a bar graph and how to make one of our own, can someone tell me what a bar graph is?